Now we're recording for our 18th Global Prayer Circle. And so this recording is going out to public. It's not a private line. So if you don't want your name shown the way it is, if it shows up on the little box in the thing, you can change it when you're registering, or you can even go in and change it now. Um, so if I see that any of you decide to take your last name off of there or do anything like that, I'll cut to after that point. But just know that, because there are names and we are putting this out to the world. Um, Another little, just like, oh wait, let's be mindful, right? Of all the little bits and pieces. So, um, oh wait, did it cut us off the screen share? Can you guys see the screen share? No? Weird. Let me try that again. Suddenly I'm like, wait, you're not there. Share. Now it should be there. Is it there now? Yes, I think so. Okay. So I'm going to do it in a different order today because this feels right. And talk about the stuffy stuff of it, and then we'll do the honoring and breathe, and then space to just be, and then open it up to prayer. So our agreements are, right, that we've all mindful of our last names now on here, and that this is for all of us, a safe space for all faiths, all religions, all people, regardless of who you believe in or how you believe, to connect in prayer. And we can all arrive on this beautiful shared foundation of prayer. Um, Prayer for our highest good, prayer for each other's highest good, prayer for this world's highest good. Um, Announcements and information and informal sharing is generally for other places. Occasionally it pops in here and there contextually, but in general, we can even type information into the Facebook group if we need to, and leave the space for the space in the prayers. And this is a place of non-judgment, cooperation, and global community. As we just spoke about, it's being recorded for others to benefit from these prayers if they find their way to the YouTube channel, and want to hear us and be with us in that way in the future time. When we are sharing, you can raise your Zoom hand, or write in your chat box that you want to share. Or, I can't always see us all on the screen, so if you raise your physical hand, I may not see you. So just know that if you're raising your hand and I'm not responding, I'm not ignoring you. I'm simply not seeing that that's how you're communicating. So Zoom hand or in the chat box is the best. And if I'm still not paying any attention to you, I apologize. And then just unmic yourself and announce that you'd like to say something, when there's that space for that. Just be mindful of our time, so that there's time for everyone, and there never seems to be a shortage of time. We always fill our time with enough space and prayer, I think. Say your name, where you are in the world. It's always nice to biolocate each other. And if you speak another language, you are welcome to share that in your language. So the wordy part of it, that stuff of it, we'll just do that first, right? It feels better. And now we can just sink into our honoring, our breathing, and then maybe 10 or 12 minutes of just being together once I stop my words out of my mouth. So first, in honor of all of you who show up with me each week, or one week or another, or who are watching this in the future time, thank you. In gratitude of the directions, east, south, west, north, above, below, center, we are honored with this opportunity to co-create in this place. In gratitude of the elements, air, fire, water, earth, akasha, we are honored with the building blocks that provide foundation. In gratitude of time, past, present, future, We are honored by the ancestors, all of us here now, and the descendants. In gratitude of the makers, Mother, Father, God, and all the names, we are honored with this opportunity to experience the gift of life. In gratitude of the guides, teachers, divinity, nature, archetypes, allies, we are honored with the wisdom, understanding, and patience. In gratitude of ourselves, heart, mind, body, soul, we are honored with the chance to serve the highest good of all. And from that place, we connect into our heart center, that holy place in the very, very, very center part of who you are. And just connect with the beauty and the love. And connect to the heart of the earth right there below you. And I'm just seeing as we each connect to the heart of the earth from wherever we are, we all arrive in the same place. And from that place that we share, the heart of the earth, we connect with the wisdom and the creativity and the love. And we breathe that up into our own heart center. And with that anchor of the earth underneath us, we reach out to the very heart of the cosmos, which is right here, so far and yet right here. We connect in with that vast intelligence, the creativity, the space and depth and time. And we breathe that into our heart center, connecting with the earth below, connecting with our own selves and all that each of us are connected to. So as we breathe together, our light gets stronger and brighter, individually, collectively, and that light spreads to our families, to our neighbors, to our cities and states, countries. That spreads to the four-leggeds and the slithery ones and the ones that fly and the ones that swim, ones with fur and scales, the ones with bark and leaves and flowers and roots. And we honor the life, the connected life on this planet. Connected to the stars, connected to each other, connected to ourselves. So into this beautiful space of shared breath, shared heart, we have an opportunity to offer our prayers for ourselves, for each other, our families and communities, for this world. And I guess I just want to start with a prayer. Oh, Mother, Father, God, in all your names, I ask that you watch out for all the people, but especially those being targeted by the current federal regime of the United States in Portland, Oregon. Peaceful protesters who are speaking out for the Black lives that matter so much, and the thugs who are coming in at the request of a current president and the choices being made. And I just ask that divinity in all your names and all your ways that you watch out for the people and you help uncover the truth so that this particular regime can change come November, inshallah, because we need protection, we need leadership, we need truth. We don't need undocumented people with machine guns taking people off the streets of Portland, Oregon. That's not what we need. So my prayer is for the people, and my prayer is also for the men in the uniforms, that they find something in their heart and that their superiors find something in their heart, and all the way up that chain of command, that even that one who's sitting there right now in that office of an oval shape, thinking the oval shape is like an egg, right? And he's sitting within that egg. May something new germinate, a new possibility or potentiality that cracks him open in a good way, because the world needs good, not bad choices. So anyway, to start our prayer circle, that's my prayers, because that's what the state of Oregon is dealing with, and our sister city just up the way is dealing with. And this is the United States, and it's supposed to not be built on these kind of actions from our government. Makes me wonder if the federal government is in fact my government, and maybe state government is indeed my government. So there's all those layers and all the time that built up to this moment that created this situation. And prayers to each of you. So that's it. I'm going to shut my mouth, open my heart and my ears. And in between the prayers, we'll just have our breath together. Whoever is ready can raise your Zoom hand or let me know in your chat box. Remember that I may not always see you. I don't have everybody on my screen all at the same time.
I'm ready.
Okay, Percy, go ahead.
My prayer is for those who, for whatever reason, find themselves unable to comply with the healthy restrictions that are in place because of what is happening in the planet, all over the planet, and bringing us all together, whether we like it or not. And yet, so many people are not getting with that program. And they are doing no service to humanity or to us, and to even themselves, for they are putting themselves in harm's way as well as other people on the planet. It is kind of puzzling that the desire to get the economy rolling again would be more important than the life of people on the planet, or that their lack of patience is so profound that they simply can't wait and would take the risk of themselves and others rather than simply understand the situation and realize that we need to survive together. If there is a building on fire, it would be extremely rare for anyone to go into the building while it was on fire, unless maybe there was a child inside or something. If thunder and lightning are raining down heavily, it would be very rare for someone to go out there and risk getting struck by the lightning. But in the case of this pandemic, we can't see it. We can't see it with our eyes. We can't feel it in a way that punches us. And so some people think, well, maybe it's not as big. Maybe they're making too much of a big deal out of it. They just don't get the message. And they're putting everyone in trouble. I'm beginning to repeat myself, so I'll just say my prayer is for all of these people to understand the situation, to realize that they have to join the entire planet in protecting themselves and thereby protecting everybody they ever run into. And I pray that they will get that message and do it. And that's my prayer. Thank you. You're muted, Indigo. I can't hear you. Okay.
Melinda writes, the highest will be done, not mine. Who else has a prayer to share? Go ahead and raise your hand and put it in the chat box, or even just unmute yourself in the silence. Go ahead, Victor.
I have something else from A Course in Miracles I read most every day I'd like to share. Peace be unto everyone who becomes a teacher of peace. For peace is the acknowledgement of perfect purity, from which no one is excluded. Within its holy circle is everyone whom God created as his son. Joy is its unifying attribute, with no one left outside to suffer guilt alone. The power of God draws everyone to its safe embrace of love and union. Stand quietly within this circle and attract all tortured minds to join with you in the safety of its peace and holiness. Abide with me within it as a teacher of atonement, not of guilt. Blessed are you who teach with me. Our power comes not of us, but of our Father. In guiltlessness, we know him, as he knows us guiltless. I stand within the circle, calling you to peace. Teach peace with me and stand with me on holy ground. Remember for everyone your Father's power that he has given him. Believe not that you cannot teach his perfect peace. Stand not outside, but join within. Fail not the only purpose to which my teaching calls you. Restore to God his Son as he created him by teaching him his innocence. Come gladly to the holy circle and look out in peace on all who think they are outside. Cast no one out, for here is what he seeks along with you. Come, let us join him in the holy place of peace, which is for all of us, united as one within the cause of peace.
Something to share. Go ahead.
So I want to share the prayer of my scarlet runner bean, in the gloriousness of our gardens in this time of harvest, first harvest, and gratitude to the earth for producing these lovely plants that are all around us.
Yay for the butter beans. I planted pole beans on my corn and one pole bean came up. Only one. I think somebody went and ate all the other ones. It's like, ooh, thank you for the beans. Who else has a prayer to share, a verse, whatever, a song, offering of some kind into this holy endeavor that we are creating together? And after all the years of just focusing on my breath and the heart breath and meditation, it never fails to amaze me how conscious breathing can just reset my entire system. Hey, Anita. Who is talking to us
Hi,
today? You.
I'm Eric. I'm in, I'm in Erin, New York. I kind of started my day a little bit scattered. Not quite sure why, except for all the obvious reasons. As I always do, I ask for Spirit to, if they have words. Instead, I had a vision, and from the vision, this is what came from it. So it is Word of Spirit, just a little different. I sat here upon an island, adrift so far from familiar shores. Alas, not an island that's anchored for all time by a base from volcanic rock, but one set adrift as if the tether has been broken and what was safe harbor placement is gone. In this moment of aloneness and stark feelings of utter solitude, I am not truly alone, for near me stand the guides and the Neteru of my fate. The Neteru I know by many names and faces, and the ancestors that smile reassurance, they all are there. All will be arighted in time, even as it is uncertain, is what they tell me. My island is not one, but many among thousands, each temporary places for each of us. Scattered of mind and will, unable to grasp onto the new truth, and fearful that I cannot do enough to bring new, fresh feelings of peace to being. As I fear today's sense of being adrift and floating farther from the shore, I am yet thankful for the drift, for I am being sheltered from the new dangers that are like angry spitting cobras. They aim poison of word and deed, willfully and unwittingly alike, into the names and faces of freedom, and a freedom that steals the same rights from the health and safety of others. My guides pace around me in a circle of protection, because I've asked of them to create this sacred space where I might feel safe and loved. I ask only that the great ones of the higher realms, where consciousness and wisdom still hold highest sway, and they too are granted an island for their own intention to be adrift in peace and wellness. They're in need of assistance, those in need of assistance to co-create with the prayer of gifted their own island. And this, in this summer sun, here instead, here as in ear, call from this place of silent fear and illness that chokes their prayers. Alas, set them upon their sacred space and cut the ropes that bind them to what cannot be made right in this moment. Set them adrift, not alone nor solitary in placement, but that they will know they are never and ever shall walk alone or drift alone. As long as the spirit beings are the cartographers of this new map to a new world, new places, and new compassionate hearts. Thank you. That is my prayer for today.
Thank you, Anita. We all have new, compassionate hearts. Who else has something to share today? Go ahead, Eric.
Hi, this is Eric from just south of Portland. Oh, gracious, loving God, many of your children, including me, find themselves fatigued, drained in this time of difficulty. We find ourselves estranged sometimes, just feeling alone, that it's so hard to be in community sometimes these days. And just the difficulties of what is seemingly presenting to us through the advance of this disease and the response to it by many, and just the difficulties that are presenting themselves to so many with financial and emotional difficulties, and just the fatigue that comes from negotiating this and the knowledge that this is not a sprint. This is going to be a while. Oh Lord, source of light, living water, source of all peace, understanding, strength, and energy. I ask that you come to us all and touch us. Give us that strength, that lift that we all need to keep moving forward and trying, and give us the wisdom to know how to try to build a better world, to be a source for positive change. Imbue us with your loving kindness that we might move forward into the world among others and even unto ourselves with forgiveness, gentleness. Brace us up. Give us the strength and clarity that we all need to be our best, to go forward for the force of good, and in your holy name. Amen.
You, Eric. Who else has something to share today? So I think that I'm going to close my eyes while I'm breathing, but I keep opening to see. So I'm just going to close, and if you have a prayer to share, just unmute. I don't have to keep thinking. Hi, Peggy. Do you have something to share?
That was accidental.
Now you're on the spot.
I know. And I'm still in Texas and I'm in my pajamas and still packing with my sister. So I don't have my books or anything. So, but I'm happy to spend time with you guys. So I'm going to mute back now. Thank you.
Blessings to you and your sister. So there's this song, and I don't know if I have the courage to sing it. I don't know if I can get the tune right, but it keeps running through my head, and it's one that we wrote for an opening ceremony for the Oregon Country Fair a bunch of years ago. And the words are, "We are one, we are each other. We are weaving dreams together. We are holding hands in circle, we are one, we are one." See if I can do it. I don't know. Just bear with me, I'm not a singer. We are one, we are each other. We are weaving dreams together. We are holding hands in circle. We are one, we are one. This has been looping in my head for like a week. Since last weekend when it would have been the country fair, that song's been going. So thank you for holding hands with me, right? In this digital way where we can't actually reach out and touch each other, but we're still holding hands together in circle. And in all our unique, beautiful expressions of divinity and individuality, we are one humanity living on this planet in these crazy times. So all the more need for this community and holding hands together, right? So just taking another deep breath into our heart center together, connecting in all the ways we do. And I think if anyone has any last bit to add in, then I think that we can bring our breath not to a close. Don't close your breath. Keep breathing. We can continue our breath and bring our circle to a close for the week. I'm so human, just so you know. I'm so flawed in so many ways. But it's me authentically sharing with you. So thank you for sharing with me too. Yeah. You're welcome, Eric. That song. I just found all the discs from a bunch of the old opening ceremonies. So I'll see if I can post some of those online to share with all of you. So, well, thank you again. And go ahead and open our mics all up.
Blessings and strength to all in the coming week, and may light shine within us all.
Thank you.
Indeed. Indeed, Eric.
Thank you, George and Martha and Anita, Melinda and Deanna and Eric and Peggy and Elaine and Percy and me too.
And you
Thank
too.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
You too.
Health and
You
strength
too.
to all. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Love everybody. See you next week.
So long for now.
So long for now, Eric.
Bye for now.
Bye for now. Bye for now. Much love to you all.